If you want to manifest anything overnight using scripting, you need to know that the world that you are shifting into manifests instantly. As soon as you script or put yourself there mentally, you have literally put yourself there physically. It's already happened. You are there now. The world is forming around you to fit that narrative now. Your job from here on out is to make sure that your 3D world catches up to that new story or script that you have just written. So, how do you ensure that your 3D world catches up? And how do you create or shift into a brand new story or timeline using scripting? That is exactly what we're getting into today. Now make sure you stay till the end of this video because I'm going to be giving you the 3 unofficial rules of scripting that will help you ensure that your 3D world catches up to the story that you have scripted. I love scripting myself. I do it every single night. I live by it. It will work if you let it. That's what we're discussing. What is up, my fellow dreamers and soul searchers? Welcome to another episode of Roxy Talks, where we discuss confidence, mindset, manifestation, and more. I'm Roxy Lee. I'm a mindset coach, and I'm here to help you banish your negative thinking and limiting beliefs so you can bring love, clarity, and joy into your life. Now, if you are really looking to make an overhaul in your life, I do have a free 30-day challenge. It's going to be linked in the description below. It's called the 30 Days of Alignment, and it is actually what helped me get my life in check and manifest everything that I'm working on now. If you want to see some awesome results in your life, then check out my 30 Days of Alignment challenge. Of course, that is linked below. Now, how are we going to manifest anything overnight simply with the power of the pen or the power of the word, the power even of the text? That's a question I get asked a lot is, can I script over my phone? The answer is, well, of course, because we're already always manifesting. When you are focusing your intentions through writing or even using text, intentional, speaking these stories out, daydreaming, anything like that, you are essentially scripting, right? You're rewriting your story. You're making a new story. Essentially, you're always doing this. I physically script in bed with a pen and paper and a notebook every single night before I fall asleep, but I'll write random things down here and there throughout my day. Sometimes I will text stuff to myself. I'm definitely affirming all the time, mentally scripting, if you will. So scripting is a process, and it's something that will really enrich and add to your manifestations and help you keep your thoughts on track because it just helps cover so many more bases. It gets to your subconscious as you kind of zone out and check out and just let your pen move along, doing free association type journaling or writing. My best advice for scripting is for one, to be descriptive, be abundant with your words, add synonyms, describe what you want in more ways than just one. If it's a relationship then you want, then don't just say that you're happily married with your specific person. Talk about what it's like to be happily married to your specific person. Talk about how fulfilled you are, how you feel so respected and loved, and how you're treated with such kindness, how you love being at home, how you love hanging out with your partner, how you love interacting with your partner, how you get along so great, how you're so eager for the next chapter of your lives and the one beyond that and the one beyond that. You're so excited to spend the rest of your life with this person. Really get creative and build this story out, because the more you can allow this story to blossom, the more you have to hold on to in your mind as you are carrying and sustaining this story throughout your day. Find as many ways or find new and exciting ways to say the same things, to describe new things in your world, and use them in a way that actually sounds like you would say it. You want to make sure that these phrases, these sentences that you're writing, whether you're thinking them, writing them, typing them, speaking them, sound regular to you. We want to normalize it. We want to use it in the way that you would say it if it was just coming out of your mouth in an everyday conversation. How would you actually say to somebody how fulfilled you are in your relationship? What would that sound like? If you were gushing to your best friend about how amazing your person was, what types of things would you say? That's the energy we want to give this. We want to make it real. We want to make it abundant and build it out so that there's a lot to hang on to. There's a lot of places to go in our minds. It makes it more real. It makes it feel more tangible and achievable. It makes it seem to us like this is already in existence, which it is. You're not actually creating this world. You are simply fleshing it out in your mind enough to go there. It's literally like you're creating your own map that you're going to then use to travel to the destination of your choice. The more detailed you can make your own map, the better and easier time you will have finding your destination. You also want to keep these affirmations in the I am tense. Check out Neville Goddard if you want to find out more about I am and why it's important to use that tense. I'll just give you a quick rundown. The name of God is I am. So when you are saying I am blank, you are invoking the name of God, right? You're invoking the power of God. You're making your affirmation that much stronger. So you want to be describing the world around you as it pertains to you. Focus less on describing what your person is doing and more so about how it feels to be treated the way that they treat you by doing the things that they do, right? So instead of saying, my person is so respectful, you can say, I am so respected. Since you are the creator of the world and you are the centerpiece, it makes sense to put your affirmations and focus onto you, who is simply reflecting the personalities of other people versus trying to individually change them when the source is right here. So be descriptive, be abundant with your words, normalize it, make it sound like you'd actually speak these things out or say them, what it would really be like if you were experiencing this in your world right now. Focus more on yourself and less about the things that you are manifesting. So another example, let's say you're manifesting a car. Instead of talking about the car, talk about how amazing it feels to be so free. I'm so free. I can go anywhere I want at any time. The world is opened up to me. I can travel small distances and long distances at the drop of a hat. I love my car. I love my vehicle. I'm so blessed. My life is so abundant. I love being in total control of my life. I am in total control of my life. I can do anything I want. I can go anywhere I want at any time. I'm creating a life of my dreams. I'm living the life of my dreams. Now, of course, you can still script about your person or your car or the house or the money that you want, but don't forget to put focus on yourself and what it's like to be you experiencing that. Describe it like it's happening now. It is your reality now. Talk about it. What does it feel like? Think about this as like a letter home from the summer camp of your dreams. I'm having the most amazing time. I'm making so many friends. I love my life. Every day is better than the last. Yada, yada, yada. You get it, right? We are building the idea of the world we want to live in, and we're not being afraid to dream big. This is whatever you want. You don't have to show this to anybody. This could be your own little secret between you and the universe. And the only time that the rest of the world knows about it is when they see it happening in the 3D. You can have a little smirk on your face knowing I made that happen, but hey, that can be your business if you want. You can also shout it from the rooftops if you want. It's up to you. It's your reality. You're choosing it. People are going to respond to you the way that you allow them to. So only allow them to respond to you with kindness because I am respected, remember? I love my life. I'm so free. Everything works out for me. So if that's the case, then that's what I have to see. Now, if you're enjoying this video, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell if you want more content like this. And of course, like and share. That does help us reach more people, and everyone deserves to know that they truly are in control of everything in their world. Now, in the beginning, I promised to give you the 3 unofficial rules of scripting that will help you ensure that your 3D world does catch up to the scripted world that you've created. And the first rule to remember is that the world you script is the world that you live in, period. Period. End of sentence, end of transmission, end of story. That's it. We are making a decision that if I have written it into my scripting, I have declared it as mine. I am choosing it now. I'm stepping into it now. It's my world. I'm claiming it. That's the world I scripted. That's the world I'm moving into. That's the one I want. Thanks for asking. And that's it. This is the world I choose. End of story. This rule is important to remember because you have to understand that the reality that you want to move into has already been created. You're not doing the creation part, you're doing the choosing and the stepping into part. And that happens to be your specialty because you've been doing that your entire life. You're super, super, super good at it. So pressure's off. If you chose the world, it's there and we're in it now, great. Rule number 2, if you have scripted it, then we are going to assume that rule number 1 is true no matter what our 3D says. Okay? This is a fancy way of saying you must persist no matter what happens. Okay? We don't know exactly what the chosen reality might look like versus the one we just shifted from. And we are shifting so fast that you don't even really have time to stop and look around and catch your breath before you're shifting into the next one. So this is why it's really important that we do not take stock in the 3D too early. If the 3D has not shown you any signs of the reality that you scripted, so what? That means jack shit fuck all, honestly. Like, it doesn't mean anything, okay? I'm gonna link my video from last week above where I talk about what exactly the manifestation time lag is and why you don't need to worry about that. So check that video out if you haven't seen it already. But again, we don't know what it's gonna look like. We don't know exactly how long it's going to take for things to appear so radically different in our 3D reality that we notice it yet, okay? So we don't know how long that's gonna take. Again, I scripted it. Rule number 1, I'm gonna assume that I'm in that world right now. Remember, I'm shifting automatically. I'm shifting billions by the millisecond, that I need to consistently choose the same sort of manifestational outcome over and over and over if I wanna stay in realities that appear like the ones I want to inhabit. Again, that's just a bunch of funky ways of saying persist in the reality no matter what the 3D looks like. Now, the third and final rule is that there's going to be a test that comes along your way. Now, I use the word test loosely, but it's the concept of a test that I want you to understand, okay? So when you script, this is where the overnight part comes in, okay? Sometime over the next 24 to 48 hours, you will be presented with an opportunity to either affirm your new chosen reality or deny your old, we don't want any more reality. So when you are presented with something that either A, validates what you scripted about, or B, challenges what you've scripted about, I want you to understand that this is kind of like the gateway. This is the entrance exam to find out whether or not you're gonna really fully step into that new reality. If you have persisted through it, you're bringing yourself to it, you're making it more real, believing it, knowing it, moving towards it, acting like it's here now to ensure that that 3D catches up to the story we've scripted. So if after you have scripted a reality for yourself and you are presented with something that confirms what you have scripted about, you need to celebrate it, affirm that you did this, make it a deal. It doesn't have to be a big deal, but make it a deal. I did that. It's working. Oh my gosh, I'm so powerful. Hell yes, it's on its way. Oh my God, everything is unfolding for me. I'm so good at this. I'm in my chosen reality. It worked. Holy shit. Yes. Hey, all that stuff, right? Even if it's just like a minuscule synchronicity or something that seems completely benign, just go with it, okay? Because if you're seeing little signs of your chosen reality, good. Continue on. You're there. You're doing it. Keep it going. Now, if you are presented with something that challenges that story or triggers you or makes you feel like it's not working, it's the opposite of what you wrote in your scripting, we need to pass, don't react, nice try, don't let it trigger you, deny it, say not in my reality, do not give in, do not be tricked. I don't know why yet, maybe I'll find out. Sometimes you are given a positive test and sometimes you're given a negative test, but it doesn't really matter because negative and positive is our own definition. What matters is that no matter what happens in your 3D world, you keep the story going that you have scripted because why? Well, for one, because if I scripted it, then that's the world I'm living in. And two, if I scripted it, then I know that it's happening. I'm choosing, so there's no other option. And three, when the world tries to tell me otherwise, I'm not gonna let it. I'm gonna stay in control of my story because I need to ensure that my 3D world catches up to the story in my mind. And the way I do that is by not letting the story in my mind change before my 3D world gets here. And if I catch myself changing the story, telling a different story, I immediately revert back to the new story I have scripted That's my new truth. That's my new reality, no matter what. So I want you to comment down below. I am already in my desired reality. I'm already in my desired reality. You can't see it around me. I'm already here. If you can't see it, I feel bad for you, but that doesn't really matter because I'm already in my desired reality. I'm living in it. In my mind, in my 3D world, it's all around me. I'm in control. Everything is working out exactly the way that I want it to. I know that no matter what's happening around me, I am in control and what I want is manifesting. That's just how it works. Now, earlier I mentioned a video where I talk about why there is a manifestation time lag, and it's going to be here popping up on the screen. So if you're really interested in finding out what's going on here and why some things take longer than others and what all that's about, that video will absolutely help you. Now, if you'd like to speak with me directly about your specific issue, I've got one-on-one coaching at my website, roxytalks.com. I've also got courses and workshops plus a bunch of free content that'll help you get to the bottom of your issue so you can manifest whatever it is that you want. Again, that's at my website, roxytalks.com. Of course, that link is in the description below. You can also join me on all the social medias, plus my Facebook group, Black Moon Society. It's a great place for like-minded people to help each other manifest. Here on Roxy Talks, I go live every Monday at noon-ish PST for Q&A, and I've got brand new videos Tuesdays and Thursdays where I live chat with you during the premieres. Those happen at 11:30 a.m. PST, so make sure you come say hi. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you.